Hello, good morning, everybody. Hope you're doing amazing. It's long I have come live because I was just figuring out things. What should I do? What should I not do? Okay, so today I'm going to talk about reality versus expectation. Okay, so to share that, I will share my recent example to you. I met a guy in a matrimony site, and he was a South Indian. And when we conversed over phone, it was all good. He was very caring and everything. But when I met him personally, he was total opposite. He didn't even bother about my health or anything. So I don't know what was the expectation. So same way happens when we start our weight loss journey. What because when we see a lot of industries are coming with health professionals, and you just insta you go, or you go FB, YouTube, weight loss, you will get ample of people who are preaching about weight loss, how to do what diet and everything, right? But when you don't know, so you expect and go. See, I when I joined VLCC, it's very long back. I thought, okay, fine, I will pay 25,000 and my weight will reduce. So I went there. They used to put some infrared on my body, and then I hi Absal, hope you're doing great. So I just reduced some weight, but I was expecting 10-15 kg, but I just lost 5 kg. So that's demotivated me. So when we have an expectation and it doesn't meet the reality, then we lose the track, and we just forget, okay, this we should not be doing it. So it happens with most of the women when they start their weight loss journey, because they are expecting an instant and fast results, because most of the women think weight loss is just a one time activity, and once we are reduced 10-20 kg and then we are fine. See, weight loss is a continuous process, and how you transform all of your lifestyle what matters. Okay, it's not an IAS exam like you just write it and then you become an IAS and then you go and read, right? Still, when you become an IAS, an upgrade has happened, and they move on, and promotions and everything happen. So same way is weight loss. With weight loss, you should not think it's just a one time activity. I'll reduce 10 kg and that's all, my job is over. But in how did you lose that 10 kg is what matter. Did you maintain a good health? Did you cultivated new habits which will last long? So when you don't do that, that actually makes you then lose your track, and again you get. If you see my journey, I was 95 kg, then I came 80, then I went 85, then again 80, 95, 75. So currently I'm like 75 and 80 where I stand. So why these fluctuations happen? Because until we be consistent and build new habits and build new routine and understand our body, that is not going to help. So today I am going to share to you some 5 rules which will help you to start your journey. First step is to know your why. Okay, why is very important, because most of when I ask women why do you want to reduce weight, they say just I want to I want to get married, I want to get pregnant, I want to look good. So they have some reasons. So these are the reason, but actually this is not your why. When I was in my 20s, definitely I had the same expectation. You want to settle down, you want to, because girls are conditioned in that way, that if you cook good, you be thin, you will get a good husband, you will get a good life partner. So we try to get good, right? Obviously we want good, so we try to get there. So that was an expectation when you're in your 20s, right? But as you grow, you understand life more. What actually matters is what you have to decide. So when how do you identify your why? First you have to write. If you reduce 10 or 20 kg, whatever is your requirement, if current stage, let's assume you want to reduce some 10 kg. If you reduce 10 kg, how it is going to change your life professionally, personally? How does it going to change your relationship and social? Make this 4 quadrant and write 5 lines each. Okay, if I reduce 10 kg, my husband or boyfriend love me more, I don't feel insecure. It could be anything. So this will give you a picture how exactly you feel about your body, and why do you want to do it, and then you will get a strong why. For me, my why was acceptance, because I want people to accept me because I do exist, right? So when you're fat, right, you feel always conscious, people are talking about you, maybe they are not even talking, but that internal voice always keeps saying you're fat, and people doesn't want to talk to you, or they don't want to even look at you. Because in my office, like if they if we are going out, so sometimes people say they will not make me sit back in their guy so the bike. So I used to feel embarrassed. Okay, I'm fat, and obviously I have my childhood incidents where the cycle has went upside down, so I'm also scared even sitting back of any guy's bike. So that consciousness has created an insecurity in me myself, how fat I am and how I am making other person embarrassed. So same way, girls have this conditioning where it makes them weaker when they think about their body self. So write all what you feel about it, you will know your why. So when your why is clear, you require the focus. How to bring a focus? To bring a focus, you should build a routine. Now to build a routine, you need to know, first you should write currently what you're doing, and you will figure out where do you have time to do workouts, to eat on time, because it has to change. You cannot just doing binge watching and eating and sleeping at home, because we all are working from home these days, right? So our lifestyle has completely changed. So how do we bring a shift and that energy in our life? Okay, then prioritize your health. Always people think health is an optional. We don't go to gym or doctor or to anybody until somebody has told us you're looking fat, or you're not, your health is, you're getting a back pain, go consult a doctor. So until we have a major health issue, we are not taking care of health, because symptoms are not immediately shown until it is a cold or a fever. Okay, right? Internally our organs are not function properly. So in current situation, it's not an option to do a workout, right? It is a requirement, because 24 bar 7 you are at home, you're not going out anywhere, you're just eating, sleeping, and that's all is your life. So when we are become so digitalized and we are having no movement in our body, how does our organ will function? They are made to function when they work on, right? If a car is there and it's just, you have a petrol and everything, and it's just lying in your garage for many years, what will happen? It will get spoiled, right? You need to go check and see how it is going to be there. So that's how you have to see when it comes to prioritizing your health. So start prioritizing your health. If your health is important, then only you're going to take care of it. And now the most important part is invest on your health. See, we think spending on health is an expense, because I've seen most of the women coming to gym or going to walking, they will wear churidar and go. So high handicrafts. So is it wrong wearing a churidar? I didn't say no. But why does a sports attires are made to make our body comfortable so that we can do workout? So whether you wear churidar or whether you wear t-shirts, you are going to look the same. Okay, people think churidar is more Indian ethnic wear, it doesn't make a thing, and t-shirts are little too much for a girl to wear. But think from a comfort perspective. When you wear a tracksuit or when you wear loose t-shirts, it gives your body a breathing space. So if you have a good pair of shoes, you walk, your legs are not going to hurt. Okay, same way when it comes to food, you need to invest on good healthy food. People eating badam, they think 2 badam is too costly. Yeah, see, if you're eating nuts, at least 10 nuts is what you will be taking it. But when you are taking good fats, obviously your carbs and other things are going to reduce. So that's how you have to balance it. It's not an expense. Stop thinking when you eat healthy it is an expense. When you eat healthy, you are helping your body, which is an investment. You want to live longer and happy and healthy, right? So start investing in your health and stop thinking it's an expense. People think to pay gym fees, people think to say, because see, you're not doing anything at home. So don't go to a gym with the notion you will reduce weight immediately, everything. Go with the notion your body is moving, you are going to do workout. And then, because see, you have not set your personal goals, and you're blaming gym or any institute that they will be helping you or they have to reduce weight. First you decide what you want and then go for it, okay? Last point where I want to say, don't be scared of everything. See, most of the workouts, whenever I put, my sister, my friends say, Usha, you're doing so much heavy workouts, how are you doing? I can't do jump, I can't do this. See, it's nothing that I can't do. See, I'm also heavy, I do it, but it's up to you. Do you want to do it or not? Because you have not even tried, you don't know how those workouts are going to. So you should start knowing your body. Does it like yoga? Does it like Zumba? Does it like dance fitness? Does it like CrossFit? Because there are multiple variety of workouts, okay? And they have some core activities which we will be doing it, but it's on the mood, right? How do you want to do it? So decide and then do it. So don't get scared, okay, it is, no, I can't do it. My sister say I can't do it, I can, she has limited herself, this much only I can do. She does walking, she doesn't have any control over food, though she eat less, but she's not reducing because her metabolism system is not working. So when we don't walk, we sit in one place, how does our food get digested? And what will happen? You are eating most of the carbs, the obviously you're storing more fat. So that way we should be thinking that we should not get scared of big things. Think what is good for me and how I can push my limits. So we need to come out of my comfort zone. If I'm doing 5 push-up today, I should do 10 push-up tomorrow or when I get practice. But if I keep on doing just 5 push-up, then I will just stay stable. See, we all like growth, right? If today is your salary 10,000, don't you want to reach to 1 crore? Yes, right? Then why don't you think about your health? If your health is okay, why don't make it perfect? If it is not okay, then come to a normal level and then go for it. So that's how it works. So health is a priority, and especially for women, because they run the family and they need to, they will be doing all household work and everything. But when it comes to their health, they are, oh, it's okay, I will sleep, I will take care, because we are being conditioned that way, okay? So stop, take out the old conditioning and start build new conditioning which will give you good health and happiness. So I guess now it's time for me to go. I hope this 5 rules helps you to start your journey, find your why, have a focus, be consistent, and don't be scared of big things, and dream big. When you dream big, you need to work towards it, and definitely you're going to achieve your thing. Have a great day. Bye bye. Thank you, Absal. Thank you, Handicraft, for joining. Bye bye.